Be me, Lucas, 32, executive sous chef at the Gilded Table. High-end dining in Chicago. 3 Michelin star aspirations, 1-star reality. Working 80 hours a week. Fueled by espresso and sheer rage. My boss is Chef Julian. Media darling, TV personality. Hasn't cooked a full service in 3 years. Come in at 9 a.m. on a Tuesday. Delivery day. I'm obsessed with inventory. It's the only thing I can control. The chaotic entropy of the kitchen is constant. But the numbers don't lie. Or they shouldn't. Checking the manifest for the seafood order. We ordered 40 pounds of bluefin toro. Market price is insane right now. Invoice says $3,200. I weigh the crate. 28 pounds. Scale is calibrated. I check it every morning with a 1 kilogram weight. It's dead on. We are short 12 pounds of the most expensive fish on the menu. That's nearly $1,000 of product missing. Call the supplier Oceanic Prime. Talk to dispatch. Hey, invoice number 4092 is short. Driver said he dropped off 40. I'm looking at it. It's 28. Maybe it evaporated, chef. Guy laughs. I don't laugh. I hang up and text Julian. Short on Otoro again. Supplier is screwing us. Need to switch vendors. Julian texts back 10 minutes later. Don't worry about it, Luke. Oceanic is family. I'll handle it. Just prep what we have. We have a tasting menu that requires 2 ounces per cover. 80 covers booked. 160 ounces needed. We have roughly 440 ounces delivered. Okay, we have enough for service. But we paid for ghost fish. This has been happening for months. Wagyu short by 10%. Saffron tins arriving half empty. Caviar jars that look resealed. I keep a spreadsheet. The variance log, hidden on my laptop. Password protected. October variance, minus $4,500. November variance, minus $6,200. December variance, minus $8,800. We are bleeding money. But Julian just bought a new Porsche Taycan. Parks it out back where the delivery trucks can barely squeeze by. Enter Veronica. General manager. Ice queen. Wears Louboutins to walk through a greasy kitchen. Sleeping with Julian. Worst kept secret in the industry. She walks to my pass. Lucas, food cost is up 4% this month. You need to control waste. My eye twitches. Waste? My bin is empty. I'm using carrot tops for pesto. I'm dehydrating potato skins for garnish. There is no waste. The numbers say otherwise. She taps her iPad. You're over-ordering. And portion sizes are drifting. Portions are weighed to the gram. I watch every plate leave the pass. Just fix it, Lucas. The investors are asking questions. Investors, a group of dentists and tech bros who wanted a cool hangout spot. They don't know a roof from a reduction, but they know P and L sheets. I go back to prep. Slicing shallots so thin they're transparent. My mind is racing. If food cost is up, but I'm shorted on deliveries, and Julian refuses to change vendors, and Veronica's blaming my waste management, something stinks. And it's not the fish. Friday night service. Hell on earth. 120 covers. VIP table on 4. Food critic from the Tribune potentially on 9. I'm running the pass. Screaming tickets. Fire 2 scallop, 1 duck, 1 risotto. Heard. The kitchen is a machine. I love it and I hate it. Julian walks in at 8:30 p.m., wearing a pristine white jacket. Not a spot of grease. Shakes hands with the VIPs. Pours wine. Takes credit for the risotto he hasn't tasted in 6 months. Comes to the pass. Food looks good, Luke. Keep it up. Whispers in my ear. Stop harassing Oceanic about the weights. You're embarrassing me. We're losing money, chef. I said drop it. His eyes go dead. That same look the reference guy's therapist had. The I am in control and you are a nuisance look. He walks away to drink vintage Barolo with table 4. Service ends at 1 a.m. Kitchen is scrubbed. Stainless steel shining. I sit in the office to place orders. I pull up the invoices from Oceanic Prime. Address is listed as a warehouse in the meatpacking district. I Google Street View it. It's a rusted shut garage door next to a vape shop. No signage. No trucks. I check the Secretary of State business search. Oceanic Prime LLC. Registered agent. VJM Holdings. VJM. Veronica Jean Miller. My stomach drops. The GM owns the supplier? Or is the registered agent for it? Conflict of interest isn't even a word. It's embezzlement. They are billing the restaurant for £40, delivering £28. The restaurant pays full price to Oceanic. Oceanic, Veronica/Julian, pockets the difference plus the profit margin, and they blame me for the food cost variance. I need more proof. Saturday morning. I come in at 6 a.m. Nobody is here. I go to the dry storage, start looking at the high-value dry goods, truffle oil, aged balsamic, vanilla beans. Supplier, Apex Pantry Goods. I look up Apex Pantry Goods, registered agent, VJM Holdings. It's a network. They have set up shell vendor companies. They are selling goods to themselves at a markup and shorting the inventory to skim even more. I hear the back door open. It's the bread delivery, local bakery. Legit guy. Morning chef, morning sell. I sign his invoice. He looks at me. You guys okay? Julian hasn't paid us in 60 days. I'm gonna have to cut you off next week. What? Yeah. Veronica says cash flow is tight. Blame the kitchen renovations. We haven't had renovations. I'll talk to them, Sal. Sorry. So they are stiffing the legit vendors and overpaying the shell vendors. They are draining the investors' capital. The restaurant is a corpse. And they are the maggots. Monday. Staff meeting. Julian, Veronica, me, and the floor manager, Sarah. Julian looks hungover. Veronica looks sharp. We need to cut labor, Veronica says. We're already running a skeleton crew, I say. My guys are doing 14-hour shifts. Cut the dishwasher on Tuesdays. Have the prep cooks wash. That's insane. Prep needs to prep. Make it happen, Lucas. Or we find a chef who can. The threat hangs there. I nod. Understood. I need to talk to someone. I can't go to the police yet. Civil matter mostly. Unless it's fraud against the investors. Which it is. I think of my sous chef Ben. Kid is a wizard with tech. Dropped out of CS degree to cook. Ben, meet me at the bar after shift. We go to a dive bar. I show him the printouts. The VJM Holdings connection. The variance log. Ben looks at it. Whistles. Bro, this is Ponzi scheme levels of stupid. They're bleeding it dry before it crashes. What's the play? Ben asks. We need the bank records. Or emails. I can't hack a bank, chef. I'm a line cook. Veronica leaves her iPad unlocked in the office when she goes for smoke breaks. Ben grins. I can work with that. Tuesday. Lunch service. Veronica goes out back to smoke her Vogues. Ben slips into the office. Looking for saffron, he shouts to the kitchen if anyone asks. He's in there 3 minutes. Comes out. Gives me a nod. Later in the walk-in. Did you get it? Better. She has her email synced. I forwarded the private folder to a burner account I made. What's in it? Invoices. Real ones. From the actual wholesalers. We look at them that night. They are buying the tuna from a generic wholesaler for $12/pound. Oceanic Prime invoices the restaurant at $45/pound. And they short the weight. It's a triple screw. Markup. Short weight. Kickback. But there's more. Email from Julian to Veronica. Subject, exit strategy. Investors are getting antsy. We need to accelerate. Pull the renovation fund next week. Then file Chapter 7 in January. Renovation fund is $250,000 sitting in an escrow account, supposed to be for a new patio. They're going to steal it all and blame the failure on mismanagement and rising food costs. Blame me. I'll be the fall guy. Chef Lucas couldn't manage the budget. My career will be over. No one hires a chef who tanks a place. Anger is replaced by cold focus. This is a recipe. I just need to follow the steps to the finish. Step 1. Secure the evidence. We back up everything. Hard drives. Cloud storage. Printed copies locked in my apartment safe. Step 2. The investors. I don't know them personally, but I know they are coming in for the quarterly tasting on Friday. A special menu to show off the new direction. Julian will be there to charm them. Veronica will be there to show fake charts. That's the moment. Thursday. Prep day. I'm butchering ducks. Julian comes in. Big night tomorrow, Luke. I need you to be invisible. Invisible? Yeah, I'll handle the presentation. You just send the food. Don't come to the table. Got it. He's afraid I'll say something. He knows I'm frustrated. He doesn't know I know. Veronica comes by. Here's the menu for tomorrow. It features a 5 Wagyu and Osetra caviar. I checked the delivery. The beef is Australian MS4. Good, but not A5. The caviar is domestic paddlefish. They are feeding the investors cheap product and telling them it's gold, while stealing the gold money. I look at the Oceanic Prime invoice for tomorrow. $5,000 for the beef. Actual cost of the Australian beef. Maybe $800. I take pictures of the beef labels before I prep it. Product of Queensland. Remove the labels. Hide them in my locker. Friday. The energy is manic. Julian is doing lines of coke in the bathroom. I can hear him sniffing. Veronica is wearing a dress that costs more than my car. The investors arrive. 6 of them. Older guys. Suits. They sit at the chef's table. Right in front of the open kitchen. Julian is putting on a show. Gentlemen, tonight we have sourced the rarest ingredients. I'm on the pass. Plating the amuse-bouche. I look at Ben. Ben nods. He has a USB drive in his pocket. The AV system for the private dining room is linked to the office computer, which controls the music in the slideshow. Veronica prepared. Course 1 goes out. Scallop crudo with truffle. The truffle is Chinese, not Perigord. No aroma. We use synthetic oil to fake it. I feel dirty. Julian is pouring wine. This vintage was difficult to acquire. It's a $40 bottle marked up to $400. Course 3, the Wagyu. I sear it, rest it, slice it. It looks good, but it's not A5. A 5 melts at room temp. This has bite. I arrange it on the plates. Send it. Julian is talking about the marbling score of 12. Lying through his veneered teeth. While they eat, Veronica stands up. If you look at the screen, I have the quarterly projections. The screen lowers. Projector turns on. Ben is at the salad station. His phone is out. He hits enter. The screen flickers. Instead of a pie chart, it's the email chain. Subject, exit strategy. Font size 48. Steal the renovation fund. Blame Lucas. File chapter 7. The room goes quiet. Julian freezes mid-laugh. Veronica drops her clicker. One investor, a guy named Mr. Henderson, squints at the screen. What is this? The slide changes. Side-by-side comparison. Invoice from Oceanic Prime? $3,200 for tuna. Invoice from Generic Fish Co. $600 for tuna. Bank transfer record showing VJM Holdings paying Julian's personal Amex card. Julian turns to the kitchen. His face is purple. Turn it off. Technical glitch. He runs toward the office. I step in his way. Holding a boning knife pointed down, safety first but menacing. Out of my kitchen, chef. Lucas, what the hell did you do? Mr. Henderson stands up. He reads the email aloud. Blame Lucas for the food cost variance? He looks at me. Then at the beef on his plate. Chef Lucas, is this A5 Wagyu? The room holds its breath. Julian stares at me. Eyes pleading. If I lie, maybe we survive. Maybe he cuts me in. No. I remember the 80-hour weeks, the shorted paychecks, the gaslighting. No, sir, that is Australian MS4. Retail price $20 a pound. We were billed $150 a pound by a company owned by Veronica. I reach into my apron, pull out the labels I saved. Here are the tags from the box. I walk out to the table and drop the greasy labels on the white tablecloth. Product of Queensland. Henderson looks at Julian. You're fired. Get out. You can't fire me. I'm the owner. You're the operating partner. We hold 80% of the equity, and checking the bylaws, fraud constitutes immediate removal. Veronica tries to run to the office, probably to delete files. Ben is already standing at the door. Door stuck, ma'am. Henderson gets on his phone. Get the police and the forensic accountants now. Julian starts screaming. You ungrateful little rat. I made you. You made me cook garbage and called it gold, I say, and you stole from my labor. Security from the building escorts them out. The dinner is obviously over. The investors are furious, but Henderson stays behind, comes to the pass. How long have you known? Suspected for months. Confirmed this week. Why didn't you come to us privately? I needed you to see who he really was. If I told you, he'd spin it. You had to see the lie on your plate? Henderson nods. Smart. Brutal, but smart. He looks around the kitchen. We're going to close for investigation. Probably a month. I know. You're out of a job. I know. Call me on Monday. The fallout. Police raid Veronica's apartment. Find $200,000 in cash and shoeboxes. Julian's Porsche is repossessed. The VJM Holdings network unravels. Tax fraud. Wire fraud. Embezzlement. They were hitting 3 other restaurants in the city with the same supply scam. It wasn't just us. It was a syndicate. Julian faces 15 years. Veronica rolls on him immediately for a plea deal, claims he forced her. Emails prove otherwise. She gets 5 years. I spend a month unemployed, sleeping, playing video games, actually seeing the sun. Monday comes. I meet Henderson. We're rebranding. The name The Gilded Table is Poison now makes sense. We need an executive chef, someone who knows the numbers. He slides a contract across the table. Base salary $120,000, 5% equity stake, full control of suppliers. I read it. And the debt? From Julian? We're eating it. Fresh start, I sign. 6 months later. New restaurant opens. The variants. Bit on the nose, but I like it. Open kitchen? I hire Ben as my sous. We use local suppliers. We pay them on time. Food cost is 28%. Labor is fair. No fake truffles. No ghost fish. One night, a guy walks in, looking rough. It's the consultant Marcus who used to gaslight me. He wasn't charged, just fired. He sits at the bar, orders a beer. I walk over. We don't serve liars here. Come on, Lucas. I was just doing a job. Your job was to help them steal. I need a gig. I can do your books. I laugh. A deep belly laugh. I do my own books now. Get out. He leaves. I go back to the line. Ticket machine chatters. Order in. 2 halibut, 1 steak. I look at the steak. It's real. I weighed it myself. I check the temp. Perfect. Service! Life is good when the math adds up. Don't let anyone tell you 2 + 2 = 5. Even if they're famous, especially if they're famous, trust the scale, trust the numbers, because people lie. But the inventory never does.